Hey my friends, I am your friend Kevin and this is your card and your message of the day. Well, I'm going to say a big welcome to all of you, new subscribers, existing subscribers. You are all welcome here at this space, and I hope you get something from these cards and this message. I am using 2 decks this week. The card of the day comes from Angels and Ancestors deck. It's an Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. And the card of the week comes from the Divine Masters Oracle deck, also by Kyle Gray. The card of the week, incidentally, or the card of the week is the Rumi. Rumi was known as somewhat of a guru, somebody who transcended different religions and brought them all together. And he was one that wrote poetry and sort of communicated the word of God, the word of the divine, the word of the universe, through all the different religious practices when he was on the earth. His message for this week with every card is for us all to get in touch with our mystical knowing, to become that channel and defy any of the perhaps limiting religious practices and judgments and those things. Not to say we abandon our religious practices, because I think that going to a church, belonging to a church, being a member of a church is quite lovely. It's comradeship, it's community. Not abandon that, but to break through the boundaries and limitations so that we can all find our personal relationship with the divine that leads us. And I pull from a deck known as Happier Me affirmation cards, because I feel like, they seem to work with this let's have a better day energy that I want to try and push out into the world. So what is our card, Happier Me card? It is, I trust myself to make the right decision. Interesting that we should see 2 images with a third eye center and the light of the divine in the middle. Always try to be the best supporter. A true magic starts when you believe in yourself. And then my isms, which I love and you love, and I just find these little quirks everywhere and they just come to me and write them down. Focus on love, feel joy and be content. I am the most blessed human on earth. Now, you're not more blessed than anybody else, but you got to remind yourself, and I got to remind myself, that I am the most blessed human on earth. And then things are always coming to me. That is the bedrock of what I proclaim, if you will, before I get to the card of the day and the readings, to bring that energy in. And there is wisdom in what the guides, what the angels, what the intergalactic beings want us to know, because they're all working together in concert. There's a prayer that I like that Marianne Williamson wrote in her book, A Return to Prayer. And it goes, there is nowhere you need to go to find God, for God is within you. There is no one you need to ask if you are good enough, for he has already established he is exceedingly well pleased. That is a way for us all to go within so that we do not go without. And today, incidentally, my friends, is a universal number 7 day. You're on the right path. Great opportunities coming. Any material decisions you make today will be good ones. Go buy a lottery ticket. I don't know. And it works with the tarot card, the 7 of Cups or the 7 of Water, which is really all about getting out of indecision and understanding that there is no decision that you can make today on a 7 day that is not a good decision. It's a little bit like go to the pick and mix stand and pick out a decision, and whatever you decide upon will be a good one. All right, my friends, let's get shuffling. Gertrude, Beatrice, I love you and thanks for being with us. are bringing us this wisdom today. So they are still in the middle of the woods, still grounded, still with the earthbound beings like the pixies and the fairies and all the realms. And Gertrude has a polka dot, red spots on white polka dot robe on, and she's got a bathing cap on, so she's, I guess, going to go swimming. I don't know. It's just her outfit today. Beatrice is doesn't really change much. She's the stoic one, the stable one. Whoop, there's our card. Thank you. Oh, we have the drum this time. Remember the other day we had the arrow? Now, what I really do like about this deck of cards, it's like a variety pack. Symbols, sacred ones, and they all seem to work in concert, as I said a little bit earlier. The drum. When I think of a drum and I think of these images, I really do think of the Native American traditions. It's about dreaming and about being on the journey. It's about the beat of your life, the life force, the getting on the right beat, getting on the right foot, starting from in the right direction. If that makes, I'm hoping I'm making sense and not going off on a crazy tangent. In music, we need a drum beat. Whenever we do these circles, they talk about a drum circle. So the card of the day is encouraging us to journey inward, to find that rhythm and uncover the information that's going to be the most important on our pathway forward. Listen and ask, trying to be the best supporter. Start when believing in yourself. The day is about being a bit like a hermit, a little bit inward, philosophical. As the prayer said, there's nowhere you need to go to find God. God's within us all, speaking to us. But when our parents speak to us when we were children, we couldn't let them get a word in edgeways because we ourselves had something to say. When you're speaking and you're portraying and you're projecting and you are getting your words out, there's nowhere for the room for you to follow that rhythm within and let the wise counsel gather and speak to you. Now, many folks are coming to the world of divination and the world of psychic development and awakening to something that is so profound you cannot put it in words. In shamanic traditions, in all the four corners of the world, even though the world's round, the symbol of the drum is the main circle, the main tool for medicine, for men and women. It's the main beat and rhythm that sets meditation. The beat of a drum dates back probably as early as Native American, if not before. It can become hypnotic, which is why these modern traditions have drum circles. And it sends out a rhythm and a beat to those listening. It can even put people into an altered state of consciousness. That's when we allow ourselves to journey into the spiritual realm and meet the guides. So when this card is appearing along with Rumi along with being the best supporter, along with having you claim the blessings. Use the drum to feel the joy. Use the drum to focus on the love. Use the drum to get your mind and your heart content. Never, ever, ever forget that you're very connected to the other worlds. Wisdom and intelligence of earth, and the magic that's rising up from within her love, within her heart, is surrounding all of us. Allow this drumbeat in your head, in your mind, in your heart to echo to the sound of Mother Earth's heartbeat. And let that rhythm clear out. Let me go over here. Let that rhythm, that boom, boom, you can hear it, that boom. Let that rhythm, and it could be an offbeat too. If you close your eyes, I know, Beatrice, I love this. You are giving me such stuff. She's sitting, really just sitting, and she has a long flowing dark colored robe on. She's wearing this dark colored robe because she's not wanting it to attract or distract from all of us. But she's really just sitting, head cloaked in this beautiful, it's just lovely robe. And her I keep doing this with my hands for some reason. And her arms are up and her heart is open and she's really quite relaxed. In her head, she's encouraging all of us to listen to that drum beat. And you can find that beat that's only yours. When you find that beat, it doesn't necessarily go with your heart, although it could, because the heart goes ba-boom, 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 like that. You can find that rhythm and that beat, she's saying, that lines up with Mother Earth. Your heartbeat and the beat of Mother Earth is one. Your next door neighbor's heartbeat and their beat with Mother Earth is another. Your mother, your grandparents, all of these beating hearts have their own language with Mother Earth. But you're only going to find Mother Earth and those blessings that are there by getting with it. And this is where the number 7 day comes into play. When you, I just got these goosebumps. When you get into the rhythm of the Mother Earth, which is within you, you're getting into the rhythm of God and the divine. And you're following that. So you could go, you could find I'm rocking back and forth now, so I get it. I understand it. You can find the rhythm of Mother Earth and the rhythm within you, and let that rhythm bring you the information that you're looking for. We live in this human experience where we have to find labels for things. Stuff's got to fit. We have to make sense of stuff. We have to have a reason for things, right? We've got to. No, you really don't. Because life as we know it right now, culturally, physically, emotionally, is like a tumbleweed. It just tumbles along. More and more folks are having to trust in nothing but their own rhythm of life. And they're going to rely upon you and me and others who know how to do this. The challenge for most people is that the human experience wants to take something and complicate it. And it gets so complicated, it gets strangled up in confusion. And then the next person comes along and then says, we've got to simplify everything and take it back to the basics. And then that gets complicated. Do you see that cycle? So now we're in this mode where the world is waking up to something huge, big. But they're not sure what to do, where to go, and how to do it. So you can take this prayer. If any of you are doing rituals or starting a group or doing a blog or getting out there in the world and speaking your truth, because you should be. You can just recite, there is nowhere you need to go to find God, for God is within you. There is no one you need to ask if you are good enough, because he's already established that he's exceedingly pleased. I use the word God as being masculine because I think there's a divine masculine. There's also a divine feminine. So if you're in front of a group of women, you're in front of a group of folks who really want the divine feminine, you can refer to God as she or her or they and them. It doesn't matter. Or the divine or the universe, whatever your audience and your students are willing to accept and receive, that's where you go. Incidentally, these prayers I get because I feel like prayer is probably one of the most powerful things we can do constantly, not just because you found yourself in a puddle of mess and you need some help, but constantly. Comes from this book. Whenever I find something that turns me on, lights me up, and sets me on fire, I'm going to share it. I thought this was going to be a book filled with prayers. Oh no, it's quite the wise book. And incidentally, it was written in 1992 when I began to do the first chapter, which is on thoughts. And I'll read the first little bit, then I'll let you go because this is turning into a novel. Part 1. Here, this thought, it says, if you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. And this comes from, this is as attributed to Jesus Christ in the Gospel of Thomas. We can go back to scripture, and I like that, I do, and use what's good about it. Use what's profound about it. Use what's positive about it, like anything. The many, many books I've written from the brilliant authors who created them, I know they got that information whoosh straight from source. And then there's their own little interpretations that happen. Only you, by following the beat of your own heart, the beat of Mother Earth, the beat of what drives you, are you going to find, or at least be guided on the pathway where your feet are. Folks are always wanting to know, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Tell me how I get this information. For me to turn around and say to somebody else, I really don't know. Because I really don't know. That's between you and whoever brought you here to begin with. However, through divination and through my listening to the beat, I can share what I know and somehow get some insight by somewhere coaching. Where does someone, should they be led to? And starting off with simple tools. I think I've gone on long enough. This has now become an 18-minute thing. So I'm going to let you go. I love you. I love you. I love you. Until tomorrow. Big love. Many blessings. Bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.